30 years ago, I was 5 years old, and Virginia was celebrating one of their biggest wins in program history. You're looking at the pictures from that one. Back in 1995, the Cavaliers winning 33-28 against number 2 Florida State after they stopped work done short of the goal line in the final play of the game. Our guy, Danny Cannell, he was the starting QB for Florida State in that game. Technically, I was 4. I wasn't 5. I'll be honest. History, though, with a chance to repeat itself tonight as the Noles try to improve to 4-0 on the season. But UVA, they're ready to be there, be loud, and to wear blue. Hashtag go Hoos, as they are getting geared up for a very big potential trap game situation as Virginia will welcome in the Noles. We now get to welcome in the fine folks who cover these teams inside and out. Jacquie Franciulli, who covers UVA for 24/7 Sports, and Brendan Sonnone, who covers Florida State also for 24/7 Sports. And Brendan, I'll start with you here. Florida State coming in undefeated, but given the past history of this game, knowing how much the Noles want to stay in this and avoid it being a trap game, knowing that Miami is next week, what do you think is the mindset surrounding the team this week?
So far, everything Florida State has done through this season, that includes the season opening win against Alabama and then 2 blowout wins against 2 pretty lackluster opponents and a bye week. It's been a weird start to the season, but everything they've done, they've passed each test. And I think that's an important data point for me to take into consideration as we try to gauge what's next for them with that potential trap game behind Virginia. But Virginia's a short week game for them, their first road game, first conference game, and a team that's capable, a team that has a good offensive attack. So there's things that we want to see from Florida State. How do they handle this step of, like, is this a business trip for them? Do they take care of business? We don't know the answers to it. This is such a new look team. But again, I have this lingering thought that everything Florida State has done so far in terms of tests, that they've passed with flying colors. This is the next one up, though.
Yeah, and for Virginia, I mean, this is a big opportunity for UVA. I mean, Tony Elliott has been kind of harping on this, saying that this is to able to show where the program has been in his 4-year tenure. How far have they come along? And he's been kind of saying that week in and week out for this team. And they've been kind of saying we want to show that we are real. We want to show UVA fans this is what they've been waiting for. And we've seen a couple of glimpses of that. We've seen Chandler Morris and how well he's been able to command that offense. And this is going to be a big test for them. This is one of their best defenses they've faced. And Virginia wants to show, yes, we are ready to be taking the next step in this program.
Over on the injury side, I think the biggest question for this one, and I have to go to you, Brendan, is Tommy Castellanos healthy? What's his deal?
He is relatively healthy. He's been listed as probable the last 2 times FSU has released its availability report. I expect him to be able to play. He's practiced this week. I think there's been some limitations earlier in the week, but the workload has ramped up. He had kind of an ankle, lower leg tweak late in last week's game. A scary moment, but came back. Didn't play the rest of the game, was walking around on the sideline. So all things point to him being available. Now, is he spring fresh? Is he as quick and mobile as normal? It's a huge part of his game. We'll see, but I expect Tommy Castellanos to be available for Florida State.
Well, for Virginia, I mean, it's all waiting to see if center Brady Wilson will be available for the Cavaliers. I mean, he's been playing great football. He's been such a huge difference maker in that offensive line. He's not allowed 1 sack this year. He's been a steady force in there, a top 5 FBS center according to Pro Football Focus across several different stats. I mean, he will be a big loss considering the injuries on the right side of the offensive line. When you move Drake Metcalf from right guard to center, you're already going to hit in those bad depth situation for UVA. But good news, linebacker Cam Robinson, which is a name Florida State fans should know because they tried to flip him right before signing day during his class. I mean, he's back. He played his first game against Stanford this season, and he made an immediate impact. I mean, against NC State, Virginia couldn't stop the run, but against Stanford, I mean, they couldn't run the ball, and he was a big difference maker there. So good news for UVA.
Jacquie, you touched a little bit on the belief with Virginia and wanting to show that they are serious and for real. All that in mind, how do they actually get the upset tonight?
I mean, they have to play clean football. Don't turn over the ball. And when they do have the ball, protect Chandler Morris. I mean, Brady Wilson's injury is very important there. Try to get Chandler Morris time to throw the football. But also, when you get those red zone opportunities, score touchdowns. So far, they've only scored touchdowns in 57% of those red zone opportunities. So when you're playing an offense like Florida State, when you get a chance to score, you got to get 7 points. And on defense, you got to eliminate those big plays. I mean, so far, that secondary has allowed several big plays against William Mary. It was a 79-yard touchdown, so that's key for them.
Other side, Brendan, we look back at Florida State and we've seen them be able to pass every test they've had this year. But now you go on the road for a situation that should be pretty raucous out there in Virginia. Will the offense be able to travel? Will they be able to show up and get things done if Tommy is not fully healthy?
That is the question. What I will say is that Florida State's offensive line has been pretty good at establishing the run this season. Again, Tommy Castellano's legs do help out with that. But a huge part of everything that Florida State has done this year that's been, frankly, really surprising is Tommy has been really good with his arm, too. He leads the country in big-time throw rate right now, which is basically just PFF's metric for really impressive throws. I understand relative competition, but he did well against Alabama with that, too. So they have enough diversity in their offensive attack. They bring back tight end Randy Pittman this week to where they think they can probably spread the ball out, find a matchup that they can exploit, and feel good about it, even if you don't have the dynamic running ability that Tommy offers up.
Those 58 points per game certainly boosted by the 77 and 66 points they put up against East Texas A&M and Kent State, lower opponents, but they did have 31 against Alabama. So all that in mind, we get ready for tonight. Jackie, I go to you first and ask, who wins?
Yeah, for the beginning of the season, I thought this could be an upset for Virginia, and Virginia take it. But because of the injuries, I'm going for Florida State.
Yeah, and I've got Florida State as well, but I think Virginia has a chance to cover this game. It is 7 points. I do have Florida State ultimately covering. I think I had them winning by 10 in a fairly high-scoring game. But, road game, I really believe in Chandler Morris operating this offense well. There's a chance that this turns into a shootout, and that would actually be kind of fun for a Friday night national TV game.
Absolutely. Whatever we can do to get the fireworks going for a Friday night for folks who want to watch some college football, we will be all for that. Jacquie Franciulli and Brendan Sonnone, thank you so much. Tapping in with us as we get set for Virginia and Florida State. The college football YouTube page run by CBS Sports is your spot to get all of that info that you like when it comes to the games from Saturdays to Thursdays and Fridays. Make sure you tap in, scan that QR code.